Combat Stu Carter here, and I've got some toys that you can't have. You can't have these toys. And I'll tell you why, so stand by for an unattainable toy review. Yeah, that's right, I'm not kidding around. You can't get these unless you have a relative like your mom, dad, or granddad or grandma, unless they work for the U.S. Army or the U.S. Air Force, and therefore they have access to a U.S. base where they have these stores, special stores called exchanges. The exchange where you can buy these are available on U.S. military bases, Army and Air Force. You can't get them online. Party Animal Toys, littletroops.com. They're not for sale online. You have to go to the Army base. And you can't get on there, can you? Unless you're like me. Let's get a closer look at the package. So what we got here, we got a U.S. Army Infantryman. Hoo-ah! They're always saying that. Did you know that? Hoo-ah! That's what Army does. They like to do that all day. Recon Scout, Special Forces kind of guy. He's got to go in the front. And we've got a rescue pilot to help save the guys, pick them up if they have trouble on the ground. And Urban Trooper. That's good to have these guys, like when they have an outbreak, you know, when everyone's diseased or they're zombies. You got to get the urban troopers. Yeah, we'll talk more about that. And finally, Desert Trooper. Desert camouflage. That's what got the Marines started with their latest, with that digital pattern. I'll tell you about that. Okay, so this is the Desert Trooper, right? And with each one of these guys, you get this little informative sheet here that tells you a little bit about the guy and about the uniform. He's wearing this desert, the new digitized desert camo pattern uniform. And of course, they've been through several uniforms. Each of these guys they've got, most all of them have a radio, which makes the big difference now in our armed forces. You know, they call the Army, the new slogan is it's Army of One, right? Well, you could be by yourself, you got to spread out to patrol, but when you get in trouble, you need help, you call that radio, and with the helicopters and strike aircraft and the Humvees, help can get there pretty fast, and it makes a big difference. This guy has got the modern helmet, right? These helmets came out about the time of the Gulf War. They're called Kevlars now. They don't call them helmets. They call them Kevlars because they're made out of like Kevlar, you know, like the body armor Kevlar. Yeah, I wish they'd just call them helmets. He's also got these goggles, which are, you know, helpful because you do get sandstorms in the desert. And these goggles have a protective cover on them. You don't really see it that well, but there's in the real world goggles. They put this like a cloth cover. It's camouflage just like the helmet, and it covers the goggles because otherwise they'll get scratched up with stuff. You don't want that. He's got a canteen because he's got to stay hydrated. He's got his radio. He's got gloves, protect him, and he's got these boots. These boots came out. These are the rough out boots, we call them, during the Gulf War. I've got a pair somewhere. They're great because they're suede, right, and rough side out. They breathe, and there's absolutely no need to have waterproof boots in the desert. It just does not rain that much. And he's got those, and he's got knee pads for when he's got to go slamming down on the ground. If there's incoming mortars, or somebody shooting, you got to go bam, you know, drop real quick, and the knee pads help with that. Also, he's got this ammo pouch with a lot of room for several magazines for his M4 rifle, because when they start shooting these modern troopers, they like to just go full auto, rock and roll, just keep the fun going, and then they get in the hell, and then when they run out of ammo, then they call the radio, hey, we need resupply. Also, I want to note this patch. The Army took to using the American flag patch, right? Okay, American flag, that's how you fly the flag, right? And then on the other arm, he's got the same. In fact, the real Army, they tend to keep their flag on their other arm, and it's backwards. And I never cared for that. That's not how you display a flag. And a flag is not somebody's logo, and that's how the Army's using the flag. I never appreciated that. So Army, hey, you guys, I feel like you're messing up doing that. All right, enough of that. Okay, next we've got our Recon Trooper. He's a scout. His job is just to stay undetected and patrol and look for the enemy or look for whatever. He's got some good camouflage markings on his face. if you go to basic training or even ROTC, you'll learn how to apply that kind of camouflage. He's got his canteen. He's got night vision goggles. And it looks like he's got a Kevlar vest or a bulletproof vest, maybe. He's got the woodland camouflage, new digital style. He's got a backpack. Looks like he's also got the same kind of desert boots. And he's got desert-colored knee pads. So there was a mix-up there. And he's got heavier gloves, maybe because it's colder where he is. And he's got just a ball cap. I think they call that a garrison cover. And because presumably he doesn't need a helmet, he's trying to be lightweight and move fast and be undetected. That's the Recon Trooper. Here's the rescue pilot. He's a helicopter pilot, but he looks like he's also serving as a corpsman. He's got a medical bag. You can buy these kind of bags too if you go to Army surplus stores. You can find these kind of bags. They're kind of cool. They make a good gym bag. He's wearing a flight suit. Notice he's still got that same backwards American flag. But this is the desert camouflage, not really camouflage, but it's a desert tan flight suit with a vest. Looks like he's got some ammo pouches in there as well. Got the rough out kind of desert boots. And he's carrying a radio, but he's also got a headset. So he's going to be, when he's flying in a helicopter or even as serving as a crewman, he's going to plug in to the helicopter circuits and talk on that radio that way. Notice also this guy has a flying style helmet, but he's also got, this is an attachment for night vision goggles. You've probably seen these in the movies. That's what they are. In the daytime, you don't need the goggles, and they're pretty heavy, so you take them off. But the attachment setup and the wiring is there so that when you want to use the NVGs, night vision goggles, it's right there. You just clip them on and wear them. So that's what that is. Okay, they're calling this guy a Counterintelligence Specialist. I guess he's meant to be a scout for urban areas. And he's got urban digitized camo pattern. That's what that is. So he's gone with the black boots, black gloves, and see his camo pattern is mostly blues, dark blues, and blacks and grays. He's got a vest and a helmet, a vest and a backpack, probably like a Kevlar vest. He's got night vision goggles also and a radio. That's your urban camouflage. Okay, here's your basic infantryman. It seems like these days in the Army, everybody's got to be a specialist. Who's going to be regular infantry anymore? Well, they still do. You know what? Regular infantry, they're also very highly trained and specialized guys. They're not just, I think they still call them grunts, but they're very highly specialized and they're Army of One and all that. And he's got a flag and he's saluting the flag, bless his heart. He's got desert boots, but he's got that kind of a woodland camo pattern on his helmet there. Nothing else, no other accessories for this guy. That's just your basic infantryman. Okay, so that's all the little troops. And guys, if your mom or dad are in the Army and they're deployed, bless your heart, send them a link to this video. Say, hey, this Navy guy was on there making fun of the Army. What do you think of this? But bless your heart and tell your dad and mom that you love them and you're going to wait. You can't wait to see them come home again. Next time, I'm going to talk about some bootleg Avengers and Avengers bootleg Lego toys. So hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have a great day.
To kill me, I guess I'm doing okay. I'm lost among the millions, just an empty head filled with the sky.